New York has got to do something about what's happening, because you look at Judge Engoron, you look at Judge Kaplan, what they've done, it's disgraceful. Everyone's laughing at the New York system, and companies are leaving, people are leaving, but major companies with tremendous taxpayer dollars and employers of millions of people, literally, people are leaving. They're taking their companies, they're all watching this case, and they're watching Engoron too, and they're watching Kaplan.
That's former President Donald Trump yesterday, claiming that employers are starting to leave New York in protest by the millions over his ongoing hush money trial. Is he right? Well, some prominent investors did signal their intent to leave New York, but that was following the verdict in Trump's civil fraud case, in which he was ordered to pay more than $355 million for conspiring to alter his net worth to receive tax and insurance benefits. After that verdict was given back in February, real estate mogul Grant Cardone tweeted, "Dear Cardone Capital Team, immediately discontinue all underwriting on New York City real estate. The risk outweigh the opportunities at this time. Recent political decisions will continue to deteriorate price and benefit states that don't have these challenges. Focus on Texas and Florida." Grant Cardone. Cardone also went on to Fox News to explain his decision in more detail.
In the case of Trump, he's not selling any of this stuff.
Right.
In the case of Cardone Capital, we are long-term holders, 10, 15, and 20 years. We want the property for the cash flow. So I'm going to put a value on it in the future. And look, I remember doing a deal once where I put a value on my property that I was getting rid of. I inflated the value. A guy at the bank at Merrill Lynch heard about it and bought it for the price I had stated to the bank. So every seller is always going to push the price value up based on the future, not based on fraud.
So you're just worried that you might, if you were big in New York real estate, this could come back to haunt somebody like you?
Until this thing is overruled, and I believe it will be, nobody in commercial real estate investing big money. We were going to put $1 billion in New York City this year. We were going to put $1 billion in Chicago, and maybe another $1 billion in Los Angeles, and we won't touch any of them now.
Grant Cardone is the husband of Elena Cardone, who started the GoFundMe to fund Trump's unjust judgment. New York Governor Kathy Hochul tried to assure New York businesses they'd be fine. During one interview, she was asked if other New York business people should be worried that if they can do that to the former president, they can do that to anybody. And she said, "I think this is really an extraordinary, unusual circumstance of the law-abiding and rule-following New Yorkers who are business people have nothing to worry about, because they're very different than Donald Trump and his behavior." The governor provided reassurance to New York businesses after the ruling. By and large, they are honest people and they're not trying to hide their assets and they're following the rules, she said, of the people who own and conduct business in the New York City area. But then you have Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank, not buying that and also standing by Trump and other right-wing investors.
I'm no different than any other investor. I'm shocked at this. I can't even understand or fathom the decision at all. There's no rationale for it. And so let me give you a real-time experience I'm having regarding this. And I'm not the only one. It doesn't matter what the governor says. New York was already a loser state. I would never invest in New York now, and I'm not the only person saying that. I have to syndicate that debt and all that equity. We're talking billions of dollars here. Do you think any foreign institution or any private equity firm or any pension fund would touch New York? No.
I'd like to give him $1 million for 60% of that bullet.
Yeah, I want to be clear to everybody. None of that is true, okay? That's not even close to true. This is all total nonsense. It's weird admissions that they're all lawbreakers. Like, oh yeah, I'm inflating prices all the time. Oh, they're not gonna let us cheat. What the hell, man? Everybody lets us cheat. Look, guys, the example Cardone gave was that he inflated his price in a sales situation. Well, when you're selling a house or a building or anything, you can put any price you want on it. That's not what Trump was tried for. So look at that misdirection, that lie. No, Trump was charged for giving one price to the bank, saying, oh my God, my properties are worth so much. So you give me not only a big loan, but at a better interest rate, which then saves him a lot of money and it costs the bank a lot of money. And then he turns it around to the IRS and goes, oh my God, these things aren't worth anything. I don't have to pay any tax on it. That's the fraud part, right? So these guys are so brazen going on TV like, oh, now New York won't let us do fraud. Well, how the hell are we supposed to cheat then? And this idea that they're all leaving. Yeah, really? You were gonna put $1 billion into New York and you were gonna put $1 billion into Chicago, but now you're not gonna do it anymore.
And the ones that started to leave before Trump's trials began.
Yeah, and like Warren Buffett had a great line about this a long time ago. Look, if you can make money on something and you claim that you're not going to for some political reason, you're not really an investor and you're not really a capitalist. Okay, trust me that the Cardone and O'Leary, if they thought they had a venture they were gonna make a lot of money on in New York, they're gonna do that venture in New York. Of course. What kind of businessman wouldn't? Okay, so this total loss. You guys, and this idea that you heard what Trump said? He said millions of employees are leaving. Literally, he said literally. Yeah, there's a caravan outside of New York. I was just in New York.
There's only 9 million people there. So how many?
Yeah. No, but you guys would be amazed.
Gone.
Yeah, I went by Trump Tower. I did a TikTok on it, and then as I was take the plane back to LA, I'm like, oh my God, look at that caravan! Millions of employees leaving New York. Come on, man, it's hilarious. The only thing funnier is the Secret Service agent next to Trump in that video, who was stone cold Secret Service dude, and Matt Gaetz in the background. Hey, boss, when do I get to kiss your ass? Hey, can I come in and attack the judge on your behalf? And again, credit to this. You see Matt Gaetz blurry in the background, and the Secret Service dude here. I assume he's Secret Service. I like that he doesn't crack a smile or anything. While Trump's like, millions of people are leaving, literally. No one is investing in New York. New York is gone. And he's like,
right, like it's just totally normal.
Yeah.
And like then like NYC looks like I Am Legend now. Like there's just no one there. Just everyone left. I mean, well, first, here's what's important to remember. Before anything else, Grant Cardone and Kevin O'Leary are content creators, which is the whole reason they were on TV talking about this. There's people who, as you pointed out, who really invest. Well, they invest, but got a lot more money than Grant Cardone and Kevin O'Leary. You know what I'm saying? Like, and both of them have a whole lot of mess behind their name about being con artists and fraudsters themselves. And and Grant Cardone, he was on there like, oh, I commit fraud too. But his whole shtick is like, I'm Grant Cardone, I'm the man. I got really big balls and I got a lot of money. Like he's a content creator. So that's what they do. But also, it's New York City. Like it's literally one of the premier cities on the planet. Like it's one of the most active money finance hubbed, most everything going on here in the world. There ain't nobody tripping off Donald Trump. Don't nobody care.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man.
Yeah, like JP Morgan Chase is moving out of New York. No, they're not.
And there are companies that have left. There's an uptick of New Yorkers leaving the state, businesses leaving, according to a report by Bloomberg in August 2023, heading to Florida and Tennessee, 158 companies managing almost $1 trillion. But they cited generally the high taxes and fees in New York. So some businesses have relocated, but it is not true because it's Trump being prosecuted for falsifying business records, and they're just so deeply offended at their boy being to come at.
To Ben, I want to make a point about Ben and what Ben said and what Jack said. So they already left? How quick was that? Like the Trump trial started a little while back, and then they're like, okay, everybody pack your boxes, we're going to Florida. Yeah, people move out of New York and California for taxes. That happens all the time, right? By the way, a lot of other people move in. I mean, New York did an amazing job of bringing in Disney, YouTube, so many other giant companies. And I was kind of blown away by how many businesses they attracted while others were leaving. But none of that has to do with the Trump trials. That's just, and Jackson made a good point. Look, it's his opinion about the fraud and all that stuff, and everybody can have a different opinion on, Cardone's business model or Kevin O'Leary's business model. But the thing that's not in dispute is they're content creators. And so they're trying to get your attention and either, in their words, be real, or in our opinion, be, self-fluffers. Oh, I'm the best. I know how to make money. I got billions of dollars. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it there. Oh, I was going to give you $1 billion, New York, but now I'm not going to. Reminds me of like the stuff my sister used to do when she was 6, right? I was going to give you the chocolate bunny, but now you said something mean, so I already ate it. Get out of here. Get.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.